Shares of Trump media soaring 37% after announcing plans, and follow me on this one, to merge with a fusion company, a private one called TAE Technologies. That's right, a nuclear fusion company. It's going to make that company go public. Eamon Javers is in Washington with more. Eamon, please explain this deal to us.
Hey there, Kelly. Yeah, the announcement this morning was surprising, to say the least. Trump Media and Technology Group said it will merge with an experimental fusion energy corporation called TAE Technologies in an all-stock transaction valued, they say, at more than $6 billion. Shareholders of each company will own approximately 50% of the combined company, which the parties are calling one of the world's first publicly traded fusion companies. And they say that Trump Media's hefty balance sheet is going to help fuel innovation in that fusion energy tech. The company says it's just on the verge of commercial application for its fusion reactors, and it says it will now be led by co-CEOs. Former Congressman Devin Nunes, who was the CEO of Trump Media, and Austrian physicist Michael Benderbauer, who is the current CEO of TAE. But this transaction raises two important questions, Kelly. First, is fusion technology actually commercially applicable at all? Scientists have been trying to generate nearly unlimited energy from fusion power for decades, but so far, no one has been able to create reliable commercial power that way. And second, how will a company that's partly owned by the president and his family handle all of these potential conflicts of interest here in terms of regulatory approvals, potential federal funding, and all the national security concerns that might go along with it? Still, in an 8-minute conference call this morning, Nunes wasn't shy about making big promises that fusion power will lower energy prices, bolster national security, and secure energy that's needed for AI development.
Does it mean on some level that DJT as a media company ceases to exist and simply now becomes, those assets get rolled up into a nuclear fusion company, which may or may not be successful, but that is effectively what the entity is now, one? And secondly, what remains the Trump family's interest in ownership in this entity?
Well, it's going to be a social media nuclear power company. Naturally, Kelly. I mean, they're going to not dispense with Truth Social, right, which is the president's media organization that he uses to promote all of his ideas and proclamations to the world. That company's got a lot of value because of its association with the president and the attention that that gets. And you know, if you're running a company like that, you got to look at a fairly limited time horizon, right? I mean, at some point, President Trump will no longer be President Trump. And does the value of that entity decline as the president moves into a retirement phase of his life? And, you know, there doesn't seem to be any other sort of exciting new content creators in that media sphere. So you realize you've got a short time window here to do something with that company. This looks like the play. Very speculative, you know, fusion power, not really proven. You know, it is the holy grail of energy. It's been the holy grail of energy for a while, and the cynics say it'll always be the holy grail of energy.
Right.
But if you can do it, you know, there's huge, huge, huge upside.
All right. Eamon, appreciate it very much. For now, thanks. Eamon Javers.